Any hockey fans out there? What happens when a fight breaks out on the ice? Well, usually the participants in the fight gets a timeout in the penalty box. Do you think that really bothers them or hurts their feelings, or it makes them think, well, gee, I better not fight because next time I fight, I'll get put in the penalty box again? No, of course not. It's part of the game. They just say, okay, I'm in here for 3 minutes or however long. I'm going to be out on the ice again in no time. Slugging that guy, it was well worth sitting out these 3 minutes. We live today in an age where definitions of activities are so off the mark and so skewed. We live in a day and age where corporal punishment is no longer enforced and is greatly discouraged. Instead of spankings for children and instead of, lashes for infractions of crimes, now it's just jail time or it's just a stern warning or they have to pay a fine. It's not really effective. And people who are against corporal punishment says that, oh, it's violence, and we want to discourage violence. Well, if you look at the word violence, it contains the word for violate. So violence is a violation upon someone else. So violence is really defined as something that is unexpected and unwarranted. So if somebody is mugged and they get beat and they get their wallet or purse stolen, that's a violent crime. That's violence. But if that same person who stole the purse or wallet is arrested and they are lashed for, for stealing, we know this doesn't happen in the United States or Canada, but maybe someplace like Indonesia or someplace where they still have caning, that's not violence because the guy knew that that would be a possible consequence of stealing. Proverbs 26:3 says, "The whip for the horse, the bridle for the donkey, and the rod for the back of fools." You'll have some people say, well, we shouldn't cane them or we shouldn't have corporal punishment because it inflicts bodily harm and injury. It's barbaric. It's violent. We need to rationally talk to them and explain to them, what they did wrong and why they did wrong and the consequences. And they'll get it. They'll learn. The most that we can do is just give them a timeout or give them a fine. These things are painless. A timeout, a fine they don't care. And you cannot rationalize with a fool. You can't rationalize with somebody who is into violent crime that will harm and hurt someone just to steal their wallet or purse or a pair of shoes. This person is considered a fool because they have no rationale. They may even know that they're doing wrong and they don't care. The only thing that they will listen to is something that will be associated with that crime. It's no different than a little toddler. I see parents all the time where a toddler is throwing a temper tantrum in the store, or they do something wrong, and they look at their parent knowing that they're doing something wrong and kind of defiantly saying, hey, what are you going to do about it? I'm going to do this anyway. No, Johnny. No, don't do that, Johnny. And I see a parent try to rationally talk to a toddler to get them to stop crying or to get them to stop doing what they're doing. But a toddler has not developed the brain capacity to understand rationalization. They only understand black and white concepts. They don't understand abstract concepts. And rationalization is part of abstraction. So the only thing that a child will understand, a toddler will understand, and this again used as a last resort, and this again used in moderation and not to the point of excess where it is deemed child abuse. But even the proverb says that spare the rod, spoil the child, basically, that if you spank him, you're not going to kill him. Because I know that when I was younger and I got a spanking, I associated the pain of that spanking with whatever I did wrong. I knew I was being spanked because I did something wrong. So next time I was tempted to do that same thing or to do wrong, I thought twice because I didn't want the pain of a spanking. And it's the same with corporal punishment for criminals. The Torah, the Bible, enforces this because they realize that when somebody goes to the criminal elements and commits crimes, they're beyond rationalization, they're beyond reasoning. Fines and jail time is not going to solve the problem. They need something that will associate with that crime that will discourage them, and lashes or caning or some form of corporal punishment, especially publicly, does this, because if it is done publicly, it will detour those that are thinking about going into the criminal life, and it will embarrass the criminal, and the pain of that punishment will the criminal will associate with the crime he committed, and he'll be less likely to do that very thing again. Again, Proverbs 26:3 says, "The whip for the horse, the bridle for the donkey, and the rod for the backs of fools." We know that animals can't rationalize. They just live and go by instinct. And it's likening the criminal mind going to the point of being an animal, where they have lost the capacity and even the desire to reason and to be rational. Hey, thanks for listening. Go out there and have a great day. God bless.
Abraham'sDescendants.com, getting back to the first century in a 21st century way. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press the like button as well as the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and the notification bell that'll let you know every time I make a new video. And don't forget to share this with a friend. Also, visit our website at Abraham'sDescendants.com. Thanks. Shalom. Thanks for watching. Stay connected by subscribing to our other social media accounts and visiting our website at Abraham'sDescendants.com.